To Fallout New Vegas. Last episode we did a bunch of missions for the NCR. We helped out Camp Forlorn Hope. We helped out Bitter Springs. We delivered a bunch of stuff to the sack of shit over there. And I've just been thinking, oh, and we also helped, not Camp Golf, Jacobstown, that's it. Their Night Stalker, Stealth Boy, Nightkin thing. But I've just been thinking, I really fucking hate the Legion. So how's about Boone and I start up this quest to free Nelson?
That red beret's looking good, soldier.
And we will shit fury down their throat.
Back already? What?
But not with this guy. He's not the quest giver.
Back already? What do you...
Let's go. Oh, is there any intel on the Legion forces there?
Reports have the Legion forces at Nelson sizable, but not insurmountable.
Wait, hold on. I need to drop off some ears, I think. If you drop off ears with a guy who came up with the idea, it raises the morale of the camp. And the higher the morale, the better the people you're with who, fight with you.
What can I do for you?
Alright, so...
Excellent. Killing the Legion commanders in Nelson will severely cripple the Legion forces and allow us to take back the city. Meet up with Sergeant Cooper just outside Nelson. He will assist you in reclaiming Nelson.
I mean, Legion already hates my guts, so... not really much more I can do to piss them off. And really, I just did one thing against them, and I became vilified. It's a bunch of drama queens is what they are. Always getting their panties in a bunch. Well, Eddie's able to get down, but Boone is gonna have a lot of trouble. What's over there? One Kaiser Legion guy. Well, I don't want to aggro him quite yet. Here's our troops. Let me wait for Boone. Come on, Slowpoke.
We're getting close to Nelson. Any closer, I'm shooting any legionary I see. Hope that's not a problem.
We're quite literally going to start a raid. But alright, not a problem's a solution.
Damn right. You and I, we're just a couple of problem solvers.
I've heard of you. Glad to have you on our side.
Let's do this.
We don't have many troops, so we can only attack from one direction. Where should we focus the attack?
We should attack from the ridge on the east.
East it is. Reports also say they might have some NCR hostages. If that's true, we need to do what we can to save them, so stay sharp. Our main target is the Legion leader at Nelson. Intel has the commander as one Dead Sea. I've uploaded his last known location to your Pip-Boy. Let's move out!
So I'll let them go over there. And we will attack from over here. Oh, he actually ducked. gonna switch weapons. New Year? Come on, man.
Eat this.
There we go. Need those ears, man. Ooh, 3 good shots on them. Come on, Boone, go miss the party. Bad doggy. Alright. Get out of here. Look at you little spear. I have a laser rifle, dude.
Run from me.
Somehow I get an ear from this pile. Not gonna argue. Where were you hiding, you little coward? Your friends are getting slaughtered outside and you're just having a little dicknick in here. Look at this! Oh my god, dude! Get out of here. Look at him. God damn. Take your freaking ear. Here's your stupid little liberator weapon. Well, now it's mine. Oh my goodness. What a baby. What a freaking baby. You don't even have any loot. Just... Good grief. Idiots have like nothing good in here either. Take your sunset sarsaparilla, and I will drink to my victory. Man, bunch of fucking babies. Alright, let's get these guys. Well, let's wait and explore these houses here. Thank you. Could use a restock after slaughtering all of you guys. All the troopers are alive and not dead. Oh, I'm not allowed in here. Oh, what are Legion gonna fucking whine? Gonna cry and piss themselves? There's nothing in here anyways. Alright, let's free these guys. I think they've had quite enough time to hang out.
The Legion can count on that.
So this should max out.
Mercy killing's a last resort. Glad you recognized we had options.
Should get my affinity with Helm up all the way.
Mercy killing is expected of NCR snipers. The Legion likes to torture their prisoners within sight of NCR positions. We get called on to end it. I've had my share. Some of them, you think. Maybe you could have gotten them out. Maybe it's not the Legion that got them killed. Maybe it's your orders and you following them.
You must have been at Bitter Springs. What happened there?
There was a miscommunication.
There must be more to it than that.
Not as much as you'd think. We did what we were there to do. A lot of people got killed. That's war. Maybe looking back, you do things differently. But that's not how it works. In the field, you hesitate, you or someone you care about will die. They teach that from day one.
Sounds like you have some regrets.
You don't come out of a tour of duty without regrets. It's best just not to think about it.
Do you think about Bitter Springs a lot?
Yeah. Always. Even when I sleep.
Maybe it would help to go back there.
I don't think so. It won't change anything. And that's a memory I don't want refreshed.
And we kind of already been there. Is it because of Bitter Springs that you think you've got a bad... Just...
Life has a way of punishing you for the mistakes you make. Big enough mistake, punishment can take a while. Mine's not over.
Maybe you can make up for your mistakes.
A murderer who does good deeds is still a murderer. And he'll still get his judgment. I left the NCR when my tour was up. Had enough of war. And decided I was gonna start over. None of it made a difference in the end.
How do you know your punishment isn't over?
Because I'm still alive.
Where's it want me to go? Oh, back to the Forlorn Hope.
Hey, I thought some more about what you said. I think maybe you're right. Maybe I should go to Bitter Springs. I don't know what I'm hoping to find there.
I think maybe you should back up a few inches, Boone. This is pretty close. What changed your mind?
Nothing. Dream. Just tired of thinking about it.
Alright, we'll make it a point to stop there.
I hope this isn't a mistake.
Alright, Boone, please. You know, an eddy's worth of distance, Boone. An eddy's worth of distance.
Back already? What do you need?
Want to talk about the attack on Nelson.
The initial reports have come back already. Excellent work. This will buy us a lot of breathing room to get back on our feet here. Now we can actually try to strengthen our forces along the river and prepare for the upcoming battle at Hoover Dam. You have my thanks. We owe you a lot.
Alright, let's drop off some ears. It's one of the few places where water isn't irradiated. Though in general, radiation doesn't seem to be too much of an issue in New Vegas, as...
If it isn't the guy that defeated the Legion at Nelson, I can't thank you enough. Morale around here has never been higher.
Here's some ears.
Oh man, awesome! The competition is still going strong. Keep it up. What can I do for you?
How's morale?
Hello?
Come on. What I was saying is that radiation doesn't seem to be as big of a problem in New Vegas as in Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Pretty interesting outfit on that diner ad. Alright, let's make sure we're doing the quest. Hey Boone, you remember this place? We've actually traveled here quite a bit.
This is the place. We got sent from Camp Gulf looking for some cons who'd been making trouble with one of our settlements. I guess one of the settlers was connected because we sent everything we had. We figured this was a gang hideout, but they'd led us to their home. There's a ridge called Coyote Tail on the south side. That's where we set up.
Alright, let's
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
head over to Coyote Ridge. Let's walk there, you know. I think it'll be more impactful if we make the journey on foot, actually playing the game and not fast traveling. Helping Boone with his troubled past, you know. This is a bonding moment between a courier, his floating Duraframe Eyebot, and a first recon NCR sniper.
Canyon 37. That's what the NCR calls the pass down there. It was the Khan's only escape, so we set up here to guard it while the main force attacked from the front. Standing orders were to shoot on sight.
What happened? Okay, can you imagine someone actually clicking this one? What happened?
Main force got spotted too soon. We heard shooting. Then Khan started coming through Canyon 37 in bunches. It was all wrong, though. Women, kids, elderly. Wounded started coming through, too. We radioed to confirm our orders, but command didn't get what we were seeing. They told us to shoot till we were out of ammo, so that's what we did.
You did what you were supposed to as a soldier.
Yeah, well, I'm not a soldier anymore. Those rules don't seem like much of an excuse now. Anyway, I don't know why we're here. Thought maybe it'd help me see things better. I'd like to stay here for the night. Think some things over.
We can do that.
All right. We won't stay for long. Something's wrong. Got a group coming our way. Looks like a Legion raiding party. It's big. Might be too big, even for us. If you want out, I won't blame you, but I'm gonna stay. See if I can hold them off.
Why would they come to Bitter Springs?
Easy target for grabbing slaves. Bunch of refugees, just a few soldiers defending it. I don't think they're here for us. Too bad. Would have made me feel good about myself.
Good. Saves us the trouble of finding them.
If only it was this easy all the time.
You don't sound surprised.
I'm not. Always figured this was how it was gonna end for me. Just didn't know when. That day you showed up in Novak, I had a feeling I was supposed to go with you. That it was time to end all this. And now I know.
So what are we waiting for, Boone?
Tell the truth, I think this is exactly what I've been waiting for.
Ah, crap, it did again. Can't even fast travel to the ridge. And look at this 20 trillion IQ soldier.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
I don't even think you can defend it against a few rat scorpions, to be honest. Hell, fucking Red Roach will give you a run for your money. Okay, maybe do a trick shot. Get a few. No ears? Come on, dude. And none of them are up there. This is actually a little bit better than the previous one, because now these legionnaire assholes aren't even in Bitter Springs. Probably heal up now and drink some purified water.
Eat this!
You want this last one, Boone? Oh. That's retarded. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, am I right? He's fucking... It was supposed to be an emotional moment.
You like that?
Alright, I'm gonna use a stim pack because I don't want to accidentally kill myself due to Rocky over there. Oh, there he is. Causing so much freaking problems for us, dude.
More coming.
I'll switch weapons though. Use some regular grenades. And I'll also heal up a little bit. Where you run, dude? Where you going, big boy? So no more of that running nonsense. Oh crap, I'm actually dying. Yeah, I have an idea. What the hell's wrong with me? Why am I now in like super slow motion? I actually can't jump or anything. Is it super Stimpack?
I'm scared.
Kind of a bummer though. I want to practice my swings. Oh wait, there's one more. One more. Alright.
I think we're clear. We made it through after all. Not sure what to make of that.
Why aren't you sure?
Thought my time had come. For a minute there, everything made sense. I could feel the end coming. Was ready for it. Now, I'm back where I was.
Maybe it's just not your time yet. Or no one is judging or punishing you. Things just happen.
If that's how it is, there's not a lot of comfort in knowing it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about all this.
You can't take back what you've done, but your regrets can set you on a better path.
I guess they brought us here. One less Legion raiding party running loose now. Never a bad thing, you can take my word for that. Still feels like I'm living on borrowed time. But I don't see any reason not to take a lot more of those sons of bitches with me. You got a point. There's still some things I can do before all this is over.
Boone now has first recon survival armor fitted with extra features and storage designed to help a sniper and his comrades survive the harsh desert environment. It will not count against his carrying capacity. And we have completed his arc. Gonna go with intense training and raise my endurance up to 5. Actually, I'll maybe raise my luck up. I think I need more endurance. And since my science is all the way maxed, I think now would be a fun time to check out. Where is it? REPCONN. Doing a little dance there. There's less options on the terminal. Just gonna let that wait there.
Hello. Please remember visiting hours are from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Please show your badge or make your way out of the building. Welcome to REPCONN headquarters, Rocketeer. Come all this way to see our little facility, have you? I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have, within specified parameters. And if you'd like, I can provide a tour of our museum.
What can you tell me about REPCONN?
I can answer whatever questions you'd like, provided your query is limited to REPCONN history, research and development, or ROBCO.
Give me a history.
REPCONN's illustrious history began way back in 2054, shortly after the famous Delta-11 rocket was completed and launched. REPCONN's initial focus was on the development of fuel to be used in orbital propulsion, in response to the energy crisis of 2052. Sad times indeed. The company really took off when ROBCO purchased REPCONN in late 2076 to develop unmanned rockets to explore the solar system.
That's enough about REPCONN.
Very well. Feel free to ask me more about REPCONN at any time. Don't be shy. The tour showcases REPCONN's amazing scientific contributions and the promise of many more, coupled with its parent company, ROBCO. As you may already know, REPCONN is an industry leader in producing alternative fuels for military and scientific purposes. REPCONN scientists were pioneers in fission-based propulsion systems, and have recently had some very exciting breakthroughs with plasma systems. The recent partnership with ROBCO has freed our engineers from mundane business matters, allowing them to focus solely on future projects.
Tell me about ROBCO.
ROBCO Industries purchased REPCONN in 2075 to assist with some of ROBCO's military projects, as well as developing unmanned space exploration. The relationship between ROBCO and REPCONN is mutually beneficial, and we hope that both companies bolster each other well into the next century. The tour showcase...
Let's get a tour.
Excellent, excellent. Please be patient. The tour will begin in just a moment. Ready for the REPCONN tour, Rocketeers? Courtesy of the fine folks at ROBCO, I'll be your guide today on the path of scientific discovery.
Like he has a REPCONN logo on him.
In the lead-lined case behind me is a spent radioactive rod from one of our old reactors. No need to stand too close. Let's move along, shall we?
A boring old rod? Or... what's this? A dull rod? Not so, Rocketeers. This dull rod once powered REPCONN's old nuclear-propelled rockets and still contains harmless traces of radioactive material. As an exercise, stare closely at the rod and try to spot the telltale glow. While this is lead-lined, standard in these cases, not specifically requested for this display, do not touch, look, or stand too close to this exhibit. Keep your legs moving and see the rest of the museum.
Look here, a row of multicolored plasma fuels. Careful, they may look safe to drink, but your stomach is the last place they should be. Why the difference in cylinder size? Refining our production methods has resulted in higher yields of fuel over time. That's why.
Plasma what? Hold up, Rocketeers. What's this? This trio of cylinders isn't a trio of cylinders at all. They're containers holding what some scientists call plasma. Can you say plasma? REPCONN's always looking to the future, and in our future, we don't have to worry about radiation, health risks, or lawsuits when using this new and improved fuel source to blast our rockets into and out of the sky. Clarification, cylinders and plasma are factually correct designations of display items, both by definition and by the scientific community. Oh, designate, yeah.
To my right, you can see a sample of some old safety barrels REPCONN once used to store radioactive waste. Perfectly safe. On my left is an example of a mountain of REPCONN safety barrels some legislators claim are poisoning our environment. Ridiculous.
Radioactive waste? We've all heard stories that radiation is dangerous. Fact or fiction? A common sight in factories, military installations, and the basement of selected government-funded middle schools, these safety barrels are what the name implies: safe. While their attractive coloring can be interpreted as a warning, for REPCONN, it's an invitation to the future filled with nuclear power. Rhetorical questions and nomenclature of exhibit items cannot be used as a basis for criminal prosecution. Nuclear family. Why, look here. A pile of itty-bitty safety barrels, all nestled together like a family sitting down to dinner. Now, while it's claimed that even the safest nuclear waste disposal procedures seep poison into the environment that never ever goes away, in REPCONN's case, we say it all depends on where you put them, and Nevada's just the place. Nomenclature for hazardous waste barrels as per REPCONN glossary specs.
Behind me is our most recent rocket project, which we're keeping under our hats until launch, if you'll pardon the expression. And in front of me is a model, not actual size, of the launch dome we are using to send our rockets screaming into orbit.
Oh, hey, we've been there. Rockets away. Just like the rocket you see here, we're aimed at the sky, but we've got a ceiling in the way. See, Rocketeers? While REPCONN was focused on non-radioactive propulsion engines, we still need to sneak back and use some of our older, proven techniques with nuclear-driven engines to make space travel a reality. Partnered with our new buddy ROBCO, we've dug up older, cheaper technology for upcoming orbital projects. No worries, even if you can't always see what we're up to there, we can see you. Any implication of radioactive materials as negative is unintentional and in no way reflects ROBCO or its subsidiary REPCONN. Probably fastest you've heard me talk. Ready, set, launch. Force your parents a short drive south and you'll see the retractable dome of REPCONN's launch facility. Not actual size. You may have heard wild stories about rocket flights and their impact on nearby towns and communities, but REPCONN feels that you can't put a price on space exploration. After all, Rocketeers, you do want to go into space someday, don't you? Statement is figurative and inadmissible as evidence in a court of law.
Now these colorful fellows behind me are REPCONN's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaques and learn, Rocketeers.
Okay. Green Bean, officially called Z43-521P by silly engineers. We prefer to call this little scrapper by its nickname, the Green Bean. After all, would you prefer in your backyard garden a smoldering Z43-521P or a green bean? One sounds like it belongs if mentioned on the news, and makes news if it did. Featuring REPCONN's plasma engine, it was so newsworthy that we decided to take the quantum matter modulator unit out and see if we could use it for non-explosive uses. Rocket nickname chosen after results of first trial landing. This is so fascinating, Boone. Aren't you excited? Big Fat Fiery Fred. V29-321G may look like a big, fat, red rocket, Rocketeers, but old Fatty here ran circles around the Earth not so long ago. So let's see you keep up. Sure, V29-321G's re-entry gave it more commonly known nickname Big Fat Fiery Fred, but here at REPCONN, we chose to focus on the successes and apply what we learned about explosive resistant shielding to future models and even our landing platforms. The newly reconstructed REPCONN launch facility was a direct beneficiary of this discovery. Kind of interesting, they're talking about like landing the rockets on Earth, which is something we've now started to be able to do with SpaceX technology. Needle nose. This sleek and purple R77-293A needle nose is what happens when you mix fossil and plasma in a rocket and shake it up. The fossil fuels punch this sharp-nosed terror through the sky, and the plasma is used to shoot it through space to planets where REPCONN can mine for more fossil fuels, continuing the whole cycle again. Interplanetary mining and resource rates still in negotiation.
For the highlight of our tour. Due to a generous donation from REPCONN, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots. Around you are the incredible iBot, the fearsome SentryBot, and the always helpful Mr. Handy. That helpfulness runs through our whole line.
Watch your step. Whoa, watch your step. You don't want to be facing this fearsome fellow if you accidentally stumble into a restricted area. Whether sporting the latest in dual minigun, rockets, or laser cannons, the SentryBot not only takes its job seriously, it also takes no prisoners. It's proof of REPCONN's commitment to defense, and these deadly guards are concealed in chambers throughout this facility. So let this be a warning. Watch where you step, or out come REPCONN guns blazing. Exhibit brought to you by your friends at REPCONN.
This is the final stop on our tour. This model of our solar system is a small example of where the partnership between REPCONN and REPCONN hopes to go. See those little rockets zipping about? They are manned by robots, tirelessly looking for resources to mine on planets beyond our own. And that's it for our tour today, Rocketeers. REPCONN and its tiny partner, REPCONN, thank you. Any further questions? Please, feel free to ask. Yes? Did you have a question?
I'll read the other runs. Hey Eddie, look, it's you. The I in iBot. REPCONN's always had an eye for robotics, and this little fellow's no different. This robotic marvel can not only recognize your face and voice with advanced facial and auditory recognition technology, it can also broadcast video and audio as well. Think of it, all the sights and sounds of your radio and TV in your living room at home blasted directly at you on the street, subway, bathroom, or wherever you may be. Never fear, you'll never miss a news bulletin or a presidential address again, no matter where you are. Exhibit brought to you by your friends at REPCONN. The hand in handy. You can never have too many hands. 3, why not 4? That was REPCONN's inspiration behind a popular and cost-effective Mr. Handy model. The first of the line shown here, always a help around the household, whether with mom in the kitchen, using its titanium circular powered saw, or in the garage with dad using its armor-piercing laser array. Mr. Handy is not just helpful, he's your friend too. Exhibit brought to you by your friends at REPCONN. I don't think we've seen this one at all, anywhere. It's got wheels! Some folks have asked, why not Protectron with wheels? REPCONN wasn't afraid to answer that question. The Protectobot is the answer. Notice there's no space between the and answer there. Wonder if that's like a typo or them intentionally making this thing kind of shitty. While safety standards prevented this freewheeling dynamo from entering mass market production despite REPCONN's best intentions and teams of lawyers, we take consolation in letting you see this extremely well-funded experiment as it was intended. A robot moving so fast it looks like it's standing still. Exhibit brought to you by your friends at REPCONN. Not sure how often we see this one either. There's quite a few of them in Fallout 4. Our rich solar system. A model of our solar system? Not actual size. Beautiful, isn't it? REPCONN, with its subsidiary REPCONN, has often gazed into the night sky, seeing the rich pageant of stars and planets above us. Our goal? To send unmanned rockets to these other systems, seeing their beauty firsthand while mining ever deeper into each planet's surface for precious resources needed here at home. This is our promise to mankind, extending our reach into a future where the number of REPCONN and REPCONN rockets match the stars in the sky. This exhibit brought to you by your friends at REPCONN. Yeah, it's actually kind of funny, like mining the asteroid belt alone would be super viable for helping out the people on Earth. Like there's just a shit ton of resources in space. Hell, there's more water in space than there is at home. Got a key card, that's lovely. I don't think I've ever been up here actually. What am I doing with the golf club? I need like a future weapon. There we go. Living the REPCONN dream there. So, you know, more of that sort of cynical Fallout humor about lax safety standards and, you know, corruption in business. Some Sunset Sarsaparilla, big book of science that I don't need. Rocket souvenirs. They don't weigh anything, so I'm grabbing them all. Good. Oh, this is a lovely room to find. Just a whole bunch of crap. 12 gauge, bottle cap, hull, pre-war money. Don't need the sawed-off shotgun though.
How may I serve you, Master?
So everything here is like disarray. You're shittiest maintenance robot I've ever seen. Alright, well, that was a fun tour. Let's begin the mission proper. Sanctuary. Add user facial data to database. Intra-office correspondence. Oh. Draw REPCONN employees from Piers Isley, General Manager. Hello again, everyone. Those of you in the main building may be curious about the men doing all the work in your offices and hallways. They are installing some enhanced security measures. These measures are in place for your safety as well as the safety and privacy of your REPCONN family. Along with the hardware and software security changes, Each of you will also receive a personal packet with a identification badge. It is very important that you wear your badge at all times. Again, this is for everyone's protection. Oh, and everyone feel free to take a long weekend as soon as you have received your personal packet. Have a great holiday. Piers. To everyone from Carl Rook, Vice President. Hello everyone. My name is Carl Rook, and I'm sure you can tell I'm your new Vice President. Until recently, I was at REPCONN working in their security division, but now that your family and my family are one big family, we thought it would be nice if they sent an older sibling over. Now I'm going to do as much as I can not to interfere with your daily operations here. My principal concern is going to be security. I hear that you all have been adapting well to some of the new security procedures. Well, we've got some new kids to join your little family here. You'll see some friendly androids patrolling around the main building. As long as everyone remembers to wear their badges at all times and make sure they are properly registered with security, these friendly androids will stay out of your way. So as long as you all keep on as you have been, everything will be just fine. Thanks for your time, Carl. P.S. Please remember that third floor access is for executives only. If you need assistance from me or Piers, feel free to give us a buzz on the phone, and we'll send you down the daily password. Thanks! Alright. Times are changing at REPCONN. Oh, forgot to check here. Oh, nothing there. Average locked door, no problem. Nice. 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 Plasma pistol. I think I'll leave that here, but there's a bunch of microfusion cells. There's that. Plasma rifle, also gonna leave it there. Some conductors for Boone.
Fine by me.
Here you go, big boy, for reliving your past at Bitter Springs. You have earned those. Keep up the good work. I want freaking rock legionnaire. What's behind door number 1? Let's see here. So there is likely an ing. But is there many D-I-N-G? That's not an ing. Interesting. I'll try apprehensive, and I'll of course get it in, cause you know I'm just that good, you know. That was totally on purpose. Healthy glow. Q5 matter modulator. Q35 matter modulator. Probably a reference to Marvin the Martian's Illudium Q36 explosive space modulator. But I think I'll take it. Yeet. I'll give Eddie some of this stuff. And I'll give him that pistol too. Nikolai Tesla and you. That's a book I can read. It's also the big book of science I no longer need. Nikola Tesla and you. It's a fine little picture of him on the left there. Energy weapons increased by 3. Bunch of micro fusion cells. Can grab it all. Doctor's bag, might as well. And I'll grab the rest too. Eddie, please get out of the way. I know, good old prospecting, just like the old days.
Hello, Mrs. Millet. I hope you have an excellent day at work today.
I'm not doing very well with these bobby pins. Alright, doctor's bag. I don't think Boone's earned any more conductors. So many of them though. Specifically 2. Well, 3. Some bubble gum. Not very useful. Another 1 out of 7. 4 out of 7. Encrypted message from who knows to who knows. I've managed to get the password to Isley's computer. I'll forward it to you with the release notes for the Q-35. The prototype is going to be stopping here on its way to the Department of Defense. You should be able to intercept it on the road. Q-35 release notes. Project Quantum Plasma Modulation Matter Injection Rifle. Version 32. Status failure. Notes: while V-32 didn't have the power yield of the V-31 or V-30, we managed to increase the stabilization threshold by approximately 27.35%. This is promising, however, we still have yet to come up with a solution for the matter inversion issues. Version 33. Status failure. Notes: lab destroyed. Data lost. Version 34. Status failure. Notes: interesting. I'm not sure where we got this data from. It is completely different direction from what we've been working on. We managed to cycle the matter inversion using a polarized quantum spin. I think that we solved the issue with a compensation field. I have high hopes for the next weapon. Version 35. Status success. Notes: that data we received from Zhan. It's a very Chinese name. Are there any communists involved? Did the trick. We managed to get a stable build model. I don't think this weapon is ready for mass production yet, but should show that we have a working prototype. We should be able to get these issues resolved in a later build. As you requested, here are the improvements compared to a standard plasma rifle. Prototype material is not suitable for extended field use. On average, the Q-35 has a higher refire rate, but the time between shots is more consistent. Increase the action bolt charge time, accurate at longer ranges. Plasma charge has a 30% increase in energy. To Julia Masters, CFO, from Leonard Steeple, Vice President. Julia, I'm sure you've heard by now about REPCONN's intention to buy out our company. In the past, you and I have been like-minded, and when it comes to the moral and financial future of this company. When Poseidon showed interest those years ago, you helped me rally the board in order to keep REPCONN autonomous. I'd like your help again with REPCONN. Peers claim that REPCONN is buying shares in the company to force a hostile takeover if we don't sell willingly. I don't believe that they will be able to pull together enough shares without some approval of the board. I think that you and I will be able to sway enough votes to keep the company safe. I hope you will stand with me for this, Leonard. To Leonard from Julia, I'd stand with you, Leo. Give me a few days to try to gather some support from my allies on the board. I've run the numbers, and I'm pretty sure you are right. We can fight this. To Piers from Julia, you were right. Leo sent me a message last night. I've made the call to the board. I think with the numbers we are looking at, pocketing from REPCONN deal, we will have no trouble getting the board to vote no confidence on him. Someone's keeping some medics in their desk. Cat eye. Another drug. Burnt executive security badge. Inter-office correspondence. To all from Piers Isley. I'm sad to inform you, after many years of loyal service, Leonard Steeple has stepped down from his position at REPCONN. We wish the best of luck in all his future endeavors. For the time being, Julia Masters will be overseeing Leonard's departments. Department heads will be meeting with her later today. Thank you all for your time. Sincerely, Piers. Oh.
Of course. Don't let me keep you.
There's also second floor security.
How may I serve you, Master?
Security is your duty. Another Nikolai Tesla and you. And very easy one. I wonder how easy he'll be with 100 science. Pretty freaking easy. Good day, Mrs. Wang. Alright. To Carl Rook, Vice President from Sarah Wang, Information Systems. Carl, I made some progress decrypting the packets. From what I can tell, someone is sending progress messages to a secure offsite server somewhere. Were I to venture a guess, I would say that the messages are going to Poseidon, but I don't have enough proof to make a serious claim. Sarah. To Carl from Sarah. Mr. Rook, for the last couple of weeks I have seen a higher than usual rate of encrypted messages leaving the facility here. These messages use an unusual encryption protocol that I haven't seen before. I'm fairly certain that it isn't DoD approved method. I fear that these messages may be a sign of someone sending insider information. Wang. To Sarah Wang from Carl Rook. Mrs. Wang, please continue investigation into the messages. Keep me appraised on any progress you make. In the meantime, please keep this information private. I'll make sure the appropriate parties are informed. And please call me Carl. Carl. To IT services from Carl Rook. Hello, I need someone to come over as soon as possible and clear the old Vice President's data off this terminal, as well as reformat it with my personal information. Thank you. Only you can prevent corporate espionage.
Hello, Mrs. Millett. I hope you have an excellent day at work today.
It's a main floor. So much crap in here that could have been used for that guy's food processor. But we did not do that mission after this one.
Third floor access is for executives only. Please identify.
Ice cream.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
I think Intelligence 1 also gives you that answer option. Not really a lot up here though. Fission battery. We don't need no stinking fission battery. Wear your badge. It could save your life. REPCONN. He doesn't give a crap. Very hard terminal, huh? Alright, we'll give it a look in a moment. Man, this is just a giant freaking place. Oh, guess that's where that goes. Alright, let's give it a look. It's not an ION. But still could be an ON. Leonard, to Leonard from Piers. Leo, it is good to have you back in the office. I hope Lisa's feeling better as well. That was a nasty bug going around. Hopefully the kids didn't catch it. Either way, it is good to have you back in the office. While you were out of the office, I met with some executives at REPCONN. They are very interested in the potential that our organization has been showing and are making an excellent offer to buy out. I'll have one of my assistants run over it with the draft they gave me. Take a look at it and let me know what you think. Piers. To Piers from Leonard. I have no interest in selling my portion of the company to REPCONN. We went over this with Poseidon. These companies deal in defense contracts. That isn't what we are about and isn't something I'm willing to support. I'm sending back the package. I'm sure you have a fairly solid idea where I think that you can put it. Yours truly, Leonard. To Leonard from Piers. Leo, I've heard more from my contacts over at REPCONN, and sounds like they've already started buying up some of our public shares. With just a little bit of support from our stockholders and board members, it is not inconceivable that this amicable relationship could turn very hostile. It is in everyone's best interest if we take this deal while it's still sweet. I don't think it will stay this way for long. to Juan Duong, senior staff. Oh, that's that guy's where that guy came from. So he isn't a potential communist infiltrator. Juan, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Jean Juan X Yuan. One of my contacts at Poseidon Energy found the specs for the cancelled Seamail plasma rifle. I'm sending them over to your team. From what I can tell, they've managed to resolve the matter conversion issues you've been having with the Heisenberg compensation field. Combined with the data from the sabotage launch, I think you could have everything you need to complete the Q-35. Colonial Morati is expecting results with his project. I don't need to tell you what a favorable evaluation from his desk will do for all our stock and portfolios. Carl. And we can disable the robots. Yeah, just stop right there. Your services aren't needed. We don't like you. We don't want to see you. Alright, I think I pretty much explored most of this place except for, oddly enough, the first floor. Still a little bit more to look at, maybe. Maybe not. That's a second floor. No. Couple fiends here, which makes sense because there was a few of them in the general area. Oh, I missed this star bottle cap. Remember, this is very close to where I dragged that one guy's corpse around. But yeah, I think we've checked out this place enough. Unless there's something back here. No?
How may I serve you, master?
Might as well read this one. Might be a good place to go and check out. I can also maybe explore that house down there. So here, a doctor's bag. Here's a camera. Sure. A lot of pre-war money. People in the wasteland probably burn it or use it for toilet paper. I mean, it makes sense in the context of the lore, though. What's over there? Something we haven't discovered yet. So we might as well discover it now. Assuming it is a actual location.
All mine.
Oh, some ants. Ant mound, which we can enter apparently. Just casually have 9 missiles in that box there.
Can't run from me.
Wasn't as much of a challenge as I anticipated it. You know, these guys were not having very much fun. Kinda wonder if this area was originally gonna be part of that mission where you're supposed to collect a bunch of different eggs from creatures of the wasteland, but they never got around to actually implementing it into that mission. We'll get to that mission eventually. Oh, bobby pin. Another one. Just kinda worried about any death claws over here. Teeny tiny little ant.
Run from me.
Oh, there's those beasties. Oh, here it is. New California Republic. Have a power helmet and power armor. 5mm surplus. Trail carbine. I'll grab the ammunition. So Ranger helmet and Ranger armor. Ranger helmet is actually a really cool looking helmet. Nothing in there. Couple of generators. Overall, comfy looking little place. But I think we have played enough. So that was a pretty nice episode. We got to kill a bunch of legionnaires. We explored REPCONN and learned about the wonderful world of rocketry. And did some other stuff. And we got this nifty new weapon. So I hope you enjoyed the video, that I gave you something to think about and otherwise entertained you. Take care.